By now, you probably know that we're getting two new disc sets on the version 2.2 of Zenless Zone Zero, one for attackers and another one for supports. But the thing is that I've seen a lot of you saying that the new attacker disc set is going to bring back some older units, you know, such as Soldier 11, Zhu Yuan, Billy, Nekomata. The new disc set is going to be amazing for them because we are finally increasing the main source of damage on them. Well, but what if I told you that this is actually one of the worst options for all of these units that you're probably thinking? Hey everyone, welcome back. Name's Muzzy and my camera died. That's just why you're looking at this PNG here in the corner. I use an old phone as my camera, but suddenly it's not charging anymore. Anyway, that's not the point of the video, because today we'll be talking about these two new disc sets that we have available in the version 2.2, and I don't want you to waste your stamina, you know, your batteries, farming stuff in the wrong way, because trust me, farming the new disc set domain is probably going to be not a good idea. I'm still going to vouch for Monster do it a lot, because this is definitely one of the best options. Let me explain to you exactly why it's bad. Let's first read the new disc set. The 2-piece effect is going to give you 15% damage increase for all your basic attacks. And then we have the 4-piece, which gives another 20%. Plus, if you are an attacker, whenever you use your EX special or ultimate, you get another 20% basic attack damage increase for 25 seconds. Really easy for you to keep this with 100% uptime. So this means a total of 55% extra damage on all your basic attacks. It sounds amazing, right? But well, the truth is that this is what you're going to get. This is assuming 2 stacks on Woodpecker Electro, this is assuming 100% uptime on Downs Bloom, and 80% uptime on Inferno Metal, because I know that some of you go for Brimstone and use Inferno Metal to get some extra crit rolls. Downs Bloom is worse than Woodpecker Electro, a set that exists since the 1.0. You're probably thinking that this is probably wrong. There's no way that Downs Bloom is going to be bad on Soldier 11, who does a lot of damage from her basic attacks. And the thing is, she gets a lot of damage from her core skill, as you can see right here. At core level F, this is 70% extra damage on all your fire suppressions. If you go and take a look on her additional ability, you also get another 32% fire damage against stunned enemies. If you're using Lighter on your team, which you probably are, I guess, that's another 75% fire damage for Soldier 11. If you decided to use a fire damage option on your slot 5, then that's another 30%. And you're probably thinking, okay, but this is fire damage. This is not basic attack damage. Well, here's the thing. All damage is just damage. You take a look on Astral Voice 4-piece, for example, which gives a total of 24% damage. This is damage. This is the same damage on Downs Bloom. This is the same damage. Slot 5. It's just the same damage. We have also Zhu Yuan here, because I know that some of you love Zhu Yuan. Well, it's not going to be good. If you go for Hormone Punk, it's going to be better than Downs Bloom. So honestly, Downs Bloom is not a great set. A lot of you are probably thinking that this looks amazing because it's 55% extra damage, but when you add all of the possible damage sources in the game, because we've been getting a lot of damage sources since the 1.0. So you go and take a look on Astra, for example. If you're using Astral Voice on Astra, this is already 24% damage, and then you take a look on her EX special, this is another 20%, so 44% damage. So all of these things added together, when you sum up everything, and a lot of the 1.0 units have access to a lot of damage, as I'm saying. Zhu Yuan, for example, she has access to 80% damage on all of her basic attacks, thanks to her core passive. Billy also has access to a lot of damage, 50% during the crouching stance. He have access to more damage on his mindscapes, but a lot of the damage is going to be coming from this thing right here. By using Downs Bloom, you're pretty much restricting all of your damage on just basic attacks. And this is not something really good. Take a look on Ellen, for example. I don't have Ellen, but I did calculations for Ellen. I know how her number works. But since the 1.0, a lot of players keep saying that you should not use Polar Metal on Ellen. Why? Because it only increases the damage of her basic attacks. It's exactly the same thing as Downs Bloom. You're using something that is only increasing the damage of your basic attacks. And the thing is that you also do a lot of damage using chain attacks, ultimates, EX specials. All of these, they are not going to benefit from Downs Bloom. So this is the main issue when it comes to this new disc set. You are restricting all of the damage increase to just one of many damage sources. So yeah, Soldier 11 deals a lot of damage on her base attacks, sure, but she already gets a lot of damage on her hit. Even if you remove lighter, as you can see right here, it is still not looking good. Yes, I'm using damage on slot 5, but this is because it's the best option. If you go for Down's Bloom, takes all the extra damage, then penetration goes back to be one of the best options instead of attack or damage. But overall, you can see here, it's not looking good. And so far, the only unit that actually can use this new disc set is Seed, and to be really fair, it's still not an amazing option, because we are talking about farming a whole new disc set, Down's Bloom, from the scratch. If we get another kind of buff in the future that adds more attack to Seed, Woodpecker Electro is going to lose some value here. Down's Bloom is going to shine a little bit. But come on, if you are a 1.0 player, if you're thinking about all of these units here that I just mentioned, and you're happy that don't mind my Billy using a Fatal Melody. I have no idea why this is here. But if you're thinking about reviving these units, Soldier 11, Billy, Nekomata, and Zhu Yuan, Down's Bloom is not the answer. If you are a 1.0 player, then chances are you have plenty of good Woodpecker pieces. Just keep using the same Woodpecker pieces that you have. Why would you farm a new disc set that so far only works for a single agent, that being Seed? And honestly, it's not even a massive difference. The reason why it works on Seed is simply because she has pretty much no damage on her hit. Think about just like Evelyn, for example. I feel that Evelyn is a really good example to bring here about characters that has pretty much no access to damage. You're going to see that she gets extra crit rate, 30% chain attack, and ultimate damage. Okay, good. This is a final 1.25 extra damage to all of this stuff. This is not additive with this 30% right here, okay? This is just multiplicative. But she only has 30% extra damage on her hit. It's not like Miyabi, it's not like any of these base attack units that we're talking about. So honestly, there's no reason for you to farm the new disc set for attackers. It's really not worth it. I've seen people saying that this is going to be really good for all these units. I've seen people saying that maybe you could use the 2-piece on Miyabi. Stop looking at my builds, okay? Sometimes I swap stuff. Don't talk about it. Anyway, I've seen a lot of you saying that the 2-piece is going to be good on Miyabi. No, it's not. For real, Miyabi has access to a lot of damage. If you're using her signature engine, this is already 40% damage. If you take a look on her additional ability, her charged basic attack gets 60% extra damage. If you use the ultimate, this is another 30% damage. You have plenty of damage on your base attack. There's no need to add another 15% when you can simply use a Woodpecker Electro, a Puffer Electro, or anything with good stats. I would not recommend you to farm this new routine cleanup simply because of Moonlight Lullaby. Yes, Moonlight Lullaby is a really good set. I don't think I really need to talk too much about it. It is good. I've seen players saying that this is going to be really good and even replace Astral Voice on Astra. They are not entirely wrong, but I would simply say that you can also use both. Why not? You can use, for example, a Moonlight Lullaby on Astra, and then you can use Astral Voice on someone else. Why? Because Astral Voice has no restrictions, you see? And let's say, for example, you're playing Seed. You probably watched some Seed guides. Seed with another attacker agent just as a battery for Seed, and then Astra as the support unit. You can use Moonlight Lullaby on Astra, you use Astral Voice on the attacker, and Seed with the damage stat of your choice. And why Astral Voice works on Anton or Nekomata, they are not going to be providing any sort of quick assist, because Astral Voice has no restrictions when it comes to who is going to provide the quick assist. It just says that whenever someone enters the field with this quick assist, they gain the buff, which means that yes, the attacker that is working as a support for Seed, they can use Astral Voice, but they can't use Moonlight Lullaby because Moonlight Lullaby is restricted to support units. So since Anomaly teams, they are usually focusing on Disorder, this means 2 different DPS units. So if you don't have Astral Voice active on the off-field agent, this means that all of the build-up is not going to benefit from Astral Voice, which means a lot less damage for you. That's the thing. And some of you even think that Astra don't even use her EX special. What do you mean Astra can use Moonlight Lullaby? This is bullshit. No, it's not actually. Because here's the thing, whenever Astra consumes energy by using her chords, this is her EX special. Does this is going to replace Astral Voice as the best option? Well, honestly, yes. for the average player, for the more basic player that just want to play the game, Moonlight Lullaby is amazing. Should you farm Moonlight Lullaby and Dawn's Bloom? No. It's better for you to just farm something else that is way more efficient, such as, once again, Branch and Blade Song and Astral Voice 1, destroy things that you don't like, and craft the pieces of this set that you want. And that's why I saying that I don't want you to spend your batteries on something that is not going to be good for you. Okay, Dawn's Bloom is bad. This is really bad. If you decided to jump right here and you just want a TLDR, see this thing right here? Don't farm it, okay? Don't waste your battery on this thing. Here are the numbers, okay, as you can see once again, and that's it, okay? So yeah, that is it for today's video. Really short, kind of please share around the video to avoid wasting battery on something that is not going to be that good. Okay, I'm pretty sure you probably have good woodpecker pieces. Just use these instead of Dawn's Bloom. It's not worth it farming this new set, okay? And if you're still confused on why basic attack is the same thing, I highly recommend checking this video that is going to pop up on your screen right now so you can understand the damage formula, how it works, and how you can optimize your damage to get better scores on Deadly Assault, faster clears on shield defense. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.